Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to the Sweetwater Minute. Today on the Sweetwater Minute, we are joined by Davy Knowles.
Hello.
Welcome. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Blues rock guitarist extraordinaire.
Oh.
We're happy to have you here.
Cheers very much. Thank you.
Yeah, and you're playing here in Fort Wayne tonight.
Yeah, we're doing the Foellinger Theatre, which is a beautiful venue. Excited for it. It'll be good fun.
Yeah. You actually were rehearsing here at Sweetwater last night.
Indeed, yeah. Incredible facility, yeah. Going through the songs and yeah, beautiful. And it never missed an opportunity to come and kind of geek out on some amazing stuff here. Absolutely.
I saw you checking out some guitars in the retail store.
I know the credit card's quivering.
Yeah,
wallet.
right. Something caught your eye.
There's some lovely stuff in there. There really is. Yeah.
Right. Now you are originally from the Isle of Man.
Yes, sir.
In the Irish Sea. And what's interesting about that is, as myself, I'm from a small town in North Dakota, and many people from small towns. You know, how do you get yourself noticed as a musician coming from a place like that that's not heavily populated and not really a center of the entertainment business?
Well, I actually think it was a wonderful thing because I could find like-minded people very, very easily and very quickly, and I could gig very easily, and I was gigging since I was probably about 13 or so when I started kind of going out and playing. So there was a really kind of close-knit music scene, and that really helped on the Isle of Man get kind of exposure and what have you. And I really just got very, very lucky. I met my manager when I was 16, an Englishman, and I moved across to England, and when I was 19 we managed to get a record deal with a company out in Seattle, and I came out here and toured and stayed. So it was an awful lot of luck. An awful lot of luck.
So how old were you when your first album came out?
19.
19, and you wrote most of the songs on it yourself?
I did, yeah.
And you've continued that with your subsequent albums?
Yeah. Guitar playing for me has always been about the song and about, it's a tool to make music with, not something to, you know, a guitar solo has got to complement the song. And so songwriting has always been a huge part of what I like to do. Right.
Do you consider yourself more of a songwriter or more of a guitar player?
I don't know. I try to do them all equally, but I don't know. Let other people have a think about that. I'm not sure. Guitar for me is still quite comfortable to hide behind, but I do love the songwriting side of it.
Right. I was just reading, actually last night I came across an article in Guitar Player magazine where you had played at the Iridium in a tribute to Rory Gallagher.
Oh yeah.
And you had a chance there to play with some wonderful players, and through the course of your career have played with some different players as well. Can you talk a little bit about that and what it's like to play with some of these really well-known players?
Oh, it's an honour, and what an education as well. You have to be a sponge and just absorb everything. That you can really kind of learn from people who are better than you. It's a wonderful thing. With the Rory Gallagher tribute, I mean, I was just such a Rory nut. I still am. The fact that I came from a very Celtic place, and the American music seemed very far off and exotic, and that's why, you know, what I really loved. And the kind of Celtic stuff I grew up with was kind of fuddy-duddy, old people stuff, you know. And Rory Gallagher was the first person, grew up right across the water from the Isle of Man, that he was really the first person that combined those two things together for me. When he was playing a solo, it was like an Irish jig, or there was a Celtic inflection to everything he did. And so that really resonated with me. So to do that tribute at the Iridium was an honour, like another pinch me moment. Right.
Yeah. Now he's a very aggressive player, and you're pretty aggressive as well when you're soloing. You play hard. I mean, you go after the guitar a little bit. Do you think that came from him, or did that come from some of your other influences?
Completely. I think it came from Rory Gallagher, really. I've stolen quite a bit from him. What I could do, I stole.
Right. I hear there's a new album coming out that's been unreleased of his stuff that should be kind of interesting to hear.
Yeah, it was something recorded in San Francisco, I think. Yeah, I'll be getting that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it should be fun. Now you're on tour, playing here in Fort Wayne and some other venues, but you also have a charity that you're involved with. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Right, it's a UNICEF. It's actually the 30th anniversary of the concert for Bangladesh that George Harrison was involved with, and I recorded a George Harrison song with Peter Frampton, who knew George quite well, and it's the month of kind of awareness for this thing, and they asked us to get involved and help promote that, and on it, of course.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, that's great.
Yeah.
Now, Peter Frampton is also working with you on your upcoming album, is that correct?
He worked on my previous album.
The previous one? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did my last album, Coming Up for Air, together. He produced it, and we wrote a couple songs, and again, he's one of my heroes. It was just amazing and terrifying to play guitar in front of him. But first of all, just an underrated guitar player, and
absolutely.
Incredibly melodic. You know, he just, his solos are just part of the song as opposed to just going for it. You know what I mean? It's really melodic, and I learned an awful lot from Peter. Really did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Let's talk a little bit about your guitar. You were telling me a story about your early interest in PRS guitars. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is really sad. Yeah, when I was a kid, like PRS guitars were always the elite instruments. You know, they were always the ones that I wanted. And in my locker at school as a teenager, I had a picture of a Custom 22 in there. Right. Which is probably not normal for boys of that age. But yeah, so I've been obsessed with these guitars for a long time, and I've been working them now for a couple of years or so, and Paul Smith came and sat in with my band when we were out in Virginia, and he brought this guitar for himself to come and play. And I played it for the first half of the set, and he walked up to the microphone and said to the audience, I think this is Davy's guitar, what do you think?
Nice.
And it was like proper emotional moment, but this has been my main guitar since then. Right. And it's got some scrapes on it, but it's just a workhorse. Wonderful guitar. Right.
And this is a prototype of the violin series.
It is. Yeah. There's a. I don't know if you can pick that up, but there's the prototype on there. And it was Brazilian rosewood neck and just stunning piece of kit.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
So was that your first encounter with PRS, or were you already playing the PRS guitars at that time?
I was playing a McCarty, a Smokeburst McCarty is my main guitar then, and just an equally fantastic guitar, really wonderful. Yeah, I've been playing them for a little while. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And you also have been using the PRS amplifiers.
I have indeed, yeah. Again, just brilliant. And the one thing I really love about these is just how roadworthy they are. I've taken these everywhere, and they've held up. They're really wonderful. Right. And this is a signature head. Okay. And
has this been modified, or is this a stock head?
I asked for an effects loop in it, just because I prefer the way the delay sounds in the effects loop. But it's yeah, stunning piece of kit.
Right, right. And you don't use a lot of effects. You have a pedal board, but could you tell us a little bit about what you run through when you're playing live?
Sure. Yeah. At the moment, it always changes. That's I'm a bit fickle. A bit of delay. I've got a lovely full tone tube tape echo that I'm hoping to bring out a little bit more. Just sounds wonderful. An overdrive pedal. I've got a rock box boiling point, one of those. I really love that. I've been messing around with a compressor that's quite good fun. I'm a big Martin Offler fan, so that lovely clean sound. Yeah, not a whole lot. Wah pedal. Yeah. Right. Keep it fairly simple.
Straight ahead, right.
I have to set it all up myself.
Just get great tone from the guitars and the amp, and you're happening.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, wonderful. Well, we're looking forward to the concert tonight.
Oh, well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
And thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Anytime.
Will you play us out?
Absolutely. I'll give it a go, yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm Mitch Gallagher. Thanks for joining me for the Sweetwater Minute.